and gentlemen, please welcome onto the court the officials for the men's doubles final. Our umpire, Jane Hancock from England, and our service judge, Phil James, also from England.
So to our second final of the day, and it's men's doubles. The unseeded Xiaolong and Zihan of China up against Kenichi, Hayakawa and Hiroyuki Endo. So let's go down courtside once again and join Howard Bentham.
Let's make some noise, Birmingham! It's the men's doubles final! From China, Xiaolong and Zihan!
Xiaolong, the left-handed dynamic player, and Zihan came to this year's All England Championships as an unseeded pair. Never previously beyond the second rounds. Never previously beyond the quarter-final of a Premier Superseries event. But they've rewritten their own record book because today they're in the All-England final.
And let's give it up for their opponents, the number 4 seeds from Japan, Hiroyuki Endo and Kenichi
from Japan, Kenichi, Hayakawa and Hiroyuki Endo. Trying to create history today. Never before has any Japanese man won the All England title. Japanese players have won the women's singles and the women's doubles, but never as a man from Japan lifted the All England trophy. Jane Hancock, our umpire from England, just conducting the toss of the coin. So the Japanese pair, the number 4 seeds, highest seeds left in the tournament by a quarter-final stage. Number 1 seeds departing in the second round, number 3 seeds in the first round, and of course the number 2 seeds in the second round as well. Seven different nations represented in the men's doubles at quarter-final stage. And as far as Kenichi Hayakawa is concerned, the 26-year-old has turned 27 next month. And his partner, Hiroyuki Endo, who comes from Saitama in the suburbs of Tokyo. This, without question, the biggest match of their lives. Their win-loss record for the year, 2 quarterfinals and a second-round loss so far before this tournament. What an improvement has been. I was talking earlier in the week about the fact they hadn't lived up to their seeding position in their 3 previous tournaments this year. They've more than lived up to their seeding position this year, but as you can see, they've struggled to achieve it. Their first 3 matches all went the full distance, and then against Jongjin and Puapech of Thailand, the brand new Thailand pair, match in the semi-final yesterday. 2 straight games. So the left-handed Liu Xiaolong, 24-year-old from Fujian province, and Chu Zihan, 22 from Xiaolong. Number 12 in the world rankings. They're up 3 places since last week to a career high 12. As you can see, their win-loss record for this year pretty impressive, and that includes reaching the final last week in Germany. So 2 finals in 2 weeks is pretty impressive. Well, they, like their opponents, have been pushed the full distance in 3 of their 4 matches, including having to save 4 match points in their second round disposal of the number 1 seeds, Matthias Bo and Carsten Robertson.
Ready, players, please.
Well, we knew that Liu Xiaolong and Chu Zihan were in good form by the fact that they reached the final of the German Grand Prix last week. Now, Chu Zihan, fastest smash so far, 265. I tell you, that's 165 miles around. Interesting that in both are fastest speed for the women and for the men. It's doubles players that hit the list, followed up by singles player. So the umpire, Jane Hancock, very experienced umpire from England. Phil James, the service judge. Well, you can hear the Chinese fans in flying voice. Japanese pair trying to create history, trying to become the first men ever to win.
This is the Yonex All England Open Badminton Championships men's doubles final. Between, on my right, Liu Xiaolong, Zihan, China. On my left, Hiroyuki Endo, Kenichi Hayakawa, Japan. Zihan to serve to Hiroyuki Endo, love all, play.
So the unseeded Chinese pair, far side of the court, Liu Xiaolong and Chu Zihan, up against the number 4 seeds of It's the 3rd meeting between these 2 pairs, and of the previous 2, honours have been shared. Last that time they played each other, though, it was the Japanese pair that won. But it was a tough old match. It went the full distance.
So it's over.
Well, if you've been with us earlier in the week, you will have seen Liu Xiaolong and his speed coming forward at the net. Very quick indeed. Well, actually, I've been a little bit critical of the Japanese pair on a couple of occasions. I thought they'd been a little slow in starting, but one would have thought for today's final, assuming, of course, that nerves don't play a part, that they'll come out all guns blazing.
Well, you'd like to think so, but it's almost been a nature of the way they've played this week. It's to almost start nice and steady and progressively work their way into a match. And it has worked. You know, I'm pretty sure they'd like to win in 2 straight sets.
Aiming for the right hip.
Xiaolong does have a weaker side. It's definitely his backhand side. He still likes to drive the shuttle hard, but I think the other 3 players in the midcourt are that little bit stronger in that particular area. But when Xiaolong is coming down his forehand side, there is nobody better in the world. But the reactions from Hayakawa here, incredible how he managed to get that back.
In this match.
It was a shame at the end of the rally. Xiaolong, his string had gone. He almost looked to try and dive off the court to get a new one, but they played it very cleverly straight back to him. It's almost impossible to hit a downward shot with a broken string.
Courtesy amongst the players, just allowed to try out the new racket, test the new racket. Good crowd in here today. Finals day of the 103rd All England Championships. It's nice too.
Zihan, probably the strongest player in the midcourt. Both sides, forehand or backhand, he really drives it incredibly hard. You cannot afford to hit a cross court to open up your partner there.
Smash from Hayakawa. Incredible to think that they didn't even qualify for the Olympics last year, this Japanese combination. that if the Japanese pair could bring in a little bit of variation on the pace, I know they have the capability to do so, more so, I think, than the Chinese pair, who just like to play most rallies at 100 miles an hour. That's why they're losing their pace and their pace.
Big gap down the middle on the smash. You know, both players are generally a little bit closer together than that normally. Perfect placement.
Yeah, the channel attack in doubles used an awful lot, and by that we mean the smash down the centre of the court or in between the two players. Not only does it leave opponents guessing or trying to work out which of the two players should defend the shot, but it also narrows the angle of reply. There's more chance of getting your net player involved and intercepting the return. Oh, he's missed it. Oh dear, no. That was most definitely a very nervous-looking shot.
He didn't really get his feet in position, strangely. He jumped, and then didn't extend his arm up high enough to really snap his wrist into the shot, which would have brought it down much quicker.
This wide. 2-point cushion now. Chinese pair. To just go for placement rather than power.
Just didn't do it with moving forwards. You see his body weight slightly shifting backwards. If it had just stepped forward with the racket leg, that would have been a really easy block for the winner. I also thought there was a big open court on the cross drive. You had lots of options, but if you don't move your feet in this game, you will make mistakes. Xiaolong, though, throughout the whole rally, the attack was aimed at him constantly. He managed to keep changing position constantly to get them back, setting up his partner, and that really came down incredibly hard.
260. Just warming up. It's probably proves that he's got a big smash as well. And it's a 5-point advantage to the unseeded Chinese pair here at the mid-game interval. Jump in the air from Xiaolong. Lovely, athletic, dynamic play. Xiaolong, coach. Mixed doubles champion, and of course twice Olympic mixed doubles champion. Oh, this is such a huge occasion for Japanese badminton. Won the women's singles title at the All England in the past. They've won the women's doubles, but They've had a finalist in the men's singles just 3 years ago with Kenichi. But if they could win the men's doubles, my goodness, that would be an achievement. I have to say, I think a huge part of that has been the arrival 6 years ago of Park Ji-bong, former world and Olympic champion, represented Korea, but now he's coaching in Japan, and he has made a colossal difference. That's well taken from Kenichi Hayakawa.
He's the man for the Japanese side that normally goes forwards. Wonderful anticipation. It was first of all on the defence, and then that's how to turn defence into attack.
As far as Endo is concerned.
It is all still very fast and frantic in this midcourt. I would have thought the Japanese would add in a few more blocks, maybe go over the top of Xiaolong when he's coming forwards. That's what we've seen so far this week. They're not afraid to lift the shuttles high and long and work their opponents.
New racket tested and approved. Got to remember, though, that you're playing against a left-hander. That's what he's wanting.
Well, the obvious choice is if you go over the top of Xiaolong, as he's running forward, the cross block is on, because Zihan is always looking to rotate out, and there is a big gap in front of him. He doesn't usually miss many of those. It was a fantastic cross-court drive from Zihan, setting up his partner.
Notice that Hayakawa was weighted, committed to his backhand defence. Did it down his forehand side. punches them down on the floor, plays it back.
Very, very clever from Hayakawa at the end, though. Saw his man on the ground. Once you're down like that, there's no way of getting back up and going forwards. A lot of players would have tried to hit the third one as hard as well.
Good play from Xiaolong. But one has to wonder, why are they trying to play it cross court to the left-hander? Good flick serve. Took 3 thunderous slashes before the defence was broken down.
16-11.
All set up by a wonderful flick serve, really deceptive. First of all, the short lift, and he's coming now with that kind of power, and look how steep it's going as well.
Oh my goodness, it's the fastest of the tournament so far. That's 168 miles per hour. Goodness me. Their presence too much on the courts.
18-11.
The Japanese to deal with at the moment.
Japanese are insistent on still going flat and hard right from the beginning of the rally. Endo in particular, always looking to drive very, very firm. He needs to learn to block the shuttle across away from the opponents.
19-11. White court, please.
Very much getting involved in this finals, and I'm sure they will in all the remaining finals. Of course, very difficult for the crowd in the first match when 2 players from the same country were playing each other. But oh my goodness, isn't it a wonderful, wonderful atmosphere now? Japanese in conversation, talking tactics. Their opponents just 2 points away from this opening game, so now just 1 point required.
28 points, 11.
It's a run of 6 straight points, and simply you can't afford that in all England finals. Make it 7 straight points for Liu Xiaolong and Chu Zihan.
First game won by Liu Xiaolong, Hu Zihan, 21-11.
Umpire confirming the score of 21-11. 19 minutes. And the Japanese pair have got to up their game if they want to send this the full distance.
我连续出来讲打不得了，不打不了，我节奏打的防守反击，我发球慢，我发球打的发球放，变化球，对不对？我攻的发球前面挺好的，哎，给他破了，然后呢，我想办法我换一换，变一换，高出一点点就有效果，对吧？我们按照13比10、14比11的时候，就稍微节奏变了，我慢了一点点，有点这个节奏一分分来，没关系。打到位，他这样带起啊，手段不要走，特别是
Well, the Japanese coach, Hiroyuki, having problems, it seems, with his players to keep the harmony. You will know this is the best opportunity they ever have of an All-England title. Well, what a contrast between the two coaches in that 2-minute timeout. Chinese coach is looking very confident, very buoyant. There's Zhang Jun on the right and player Chai Diao on the left, and that to me is absolutely fascinating. That they bring one of the players who they're very much hoping will take on these top players in the world imminently. Whereas this man, Yonex, seemed to have real problems keeping both of his men together and keeping the harmony.
Xiaolong has a wonderful low serve drill. You know, he takes the limit to how high you can strike the shuttle on his waist. And the shuttle is going so flat across this net cord. The Japanese are struggling with that.
Fans and Japanese players shouldn't be too despondent yet, because of course 2 of their previous matches they have dropped the opening game before coming back to win. We know they've got the capability, but whether they've got the nerve given the big match situation remains to be seen. Good defence. Defensive play.
The thing that worries me for the Japanese that Xiaolong, his confidence has just gone up another level altogether. Started playing cross-court blocks, cross-court net shots.
Superb by the Chinese. Well-worked rally, good combination play.
Brilliant rotation from both players. One goes in, one goes out. It's a channeled attack, like we spoke about before. When you channel attack, you know probably 70% of the time where your opponent is going to place that shuttle. That's good from Endo, thinking about difference of attack, not just going down the middle, but varying it, sometimes backhand, sometimes to the hip. Still like to see the other one to the tram lines as well.
Well, certainly called in. Japanese don't like the call. Certainly won't be an overrule from the umpire. Oh no, that caught the line. Good call, line judge. To lift their spirits. There's the president of the Yonex company, nearest to us, Ben Yoniyama. Company, of course, formed by his father, And of course, the Yonex All England this year celebrating 30 consecutive years of Yonex sponsorship. Really is remarkable, one of the longest ever sponsorships in world sport.
That was a really interesting start to the rally. Xiaolong really does have an incredibly tight serve, and the Japanese can't get on it. Endo on that occasion just decided to let the shuttle drop and lifted it very accurately into the corner. Maybe that is a good way to approach the game. Counter-attack.
The Japanese back because they've closed the deficit to just 2 points, and all of a sudden, psychologically, just 2 points in it, there's more of a belief.
Endo just still doesn't seem very comfortable to me. You know, we've seen him throughout the week. His defence has been impeccable. But he's not moving his feet as much as he normally does. And with the pressure put on from the power play and the rotation from the Chinese, just cannot cope.
Too big with the rocket swing, I suspect. That's why he made the error. Much quicker onto the half-court push. K.Hayakawa.
Got to definitely try and at least match Xiaolong coming forwards. You know, perhaps you're not going to be quicker, because I don't think there is anybody quicker in the world, but you've at least got to take him on in those areas and get there earlier than he can.
Chinese team here in support of teammates. As he comes forward.
Even when you think you can hit the shuttle down at him, his flexibility in his hips, like we just saw there, he can get down to it, he stays very low, he can drive the shuttle back, and he still has that power to push forwards and take his opponent on at the net.
Standing at the net, play a net shot off an opponent's net shot and play it as tight as that is quite brilliant. The final shot with broken strings. Yeah, the little block to the net, the strings had already gone. Anthony, what would you be advising this Japanese pair to try and turn this match around? Because obviously one game down, they're down in the second game. You know, obviously we've talked about the fact they're probably nervous, they don't seem to be quite gelling in the same way. Do you give them some specific tactic to implement, or do you just try and encourage them?
I think the encouragement massively. You can tell both are still, even now, quite nervous. You know, they see this match running away from them. I'd just be trying to encourage them to move their feet that bit quicker. You know, relax that little bit more. I'd be saying to them, you know, do some fast feet, you know, sprint on the spot in between points to get your legs moving. Because that seems to be the difference. They're not stepping forward as much as you've seen them throughout the week. And even on defence, quite static. Simply have too much firepower today so far in this game. And of course, I think the Chinese will also get a little bit nervous the closer they get towards winning this match. So there is time for the Japanese, but they're going to have to make it happen very quickly.
Province.
Out.
7-point advantage. The power earlier on in the match there. His placement was impeccable.
They just can't do anything wrong at the moment, Jill. Every shot is going incredibly close to lines with great power, and the movement from the Chinese is truly awesome.
8-15.
I still can't quite believe that they continue to drive it at him. You know, he's proved so many times in this match, doesn't matter whether it's coming down at him or whether it's coming up at him, he can deal with every situation. Got to play it in a different area.
That's why I wondered at the mid-game interval whether there should be a definite change of tactics. To me, they are playing too much flat, the Japanese pair. I think they should be trying to slow it down. And at the moment, they're just persisting with their same style of play.
Yeah, we have seen earlier in the week that they did start to go over into corners, like you say, slow the game down a little bit. But my point earlier was that they're not moving at all And if you want to play that game of going over the top and using the crossbox, their feet need to be moving. Because without that, the Chinese will be so quick onto those shots. But like I say, they have to change the tactics and they have to move the feet in order to do it.
4 years since China won this men's doubles title. And only 4 points required.
So it's over.
A new pair
17.
to lift this trophy.
So it's over. 18-9.
What a net shot from Zihan. Hit the top of the tape and trickled over.
19-9.
Bar the odd rare mistake, they have just played an absolutely perfect match, the Chinese. And the technique to play that net shot, his leg was moving forwards, caressing the shuttle rather than trying to hit it too hard. Everything is just going right.
Amazing to think they started the week, started the championship ranked 15 in the world, only the 3rd ranked Chinese pair, and here they are, just 2 points away from the title. Championship points for Xiaolong and Zihan.
20, match point 9.
Done it. Quite frankly, the Chinese pair today played better badminton than I've ever seen before. Last week they were beaten finalists at the German Grand Prix. This week at the biggest Super Series tournament of all, one of the 5 Premier Super Series. They are the champions. Nobody would have been surprised if China had lifted the men's doubles, but most people would have thought it would be Kai-Yun and Fu Haifeng. But a new pair and new stars have emerged this week in Birmingham. They disposed of the #1 seeds in the 2nd round, and they have just got better and better as the tournament has progressed. 21-11, 21-9, the moment of victory. And China celebrate once more. The realization of what they've achieved. Liu Xiaolong collapses to the floor. Can hardly believe it. What a wonderful performance. But, of course, the title is theirs. Endo and Hayakawa beaten convincingly. So the wait for a Japanese man to win an All-England title continues.
So let's have a word with our champions then, Liu Xiaolong and Zihan. What a great match, what a great final. Rachel, if you could have a word with our boys, a word on the opponents.
你们今天打得很精彩，能说一下你的对手吗？就日本队对手。
我觉得日本队两个选手今天打得也不错吧，因为我们两队之前也打过，感觉每次都是不相上下，但是这次我们在细节上做得比他们好吧，所以我们会胜出。
The Japanese team played very well as well, and but we did much on the details and play every shot the best.
They certainly did that. Unseeded this week, chaps. Is this the start of a great new partnership?
我知道你们两个是新的组合，然后这一场比赛会不会是一个开始呢？就更好的合作。
我觉得这场比赛，一个是证明我们是有这个实力的吧，这也是一个良好的开端，我们会继续努力，拿更多的冠军，为中国队争光。
Let's hear it for our men's doubles champions, Xiaolong and Zihan.
Well, it was an absolutely tremendous performance. Their first ever Super Series title in their first ever Super Series final. What a way to start your Super Series career.
So ladies and gentlemen, to make the presentations for the men's doubles final here at the Yonex All England Open Badminton Championships, please welcome Francis Lowe, the Managing Director of OSIM UK, and Ben Yoniyama, President of Yonex. And before we celebrate our athletes, let's mark the contribution of our officials in that final. Our umpire Jane Hancock and her service judge Phil James, both from England. Receiving their commemorative medals from Ben Yoniyama. Ladies and gentlemen, the runners-up in the men's doubles final from Japan, please welcome Hiroyuki Endo and Kenichi Hayakawa.
Well, obviously, big disappointment for Kenichi Hayakawa and Hiroyuki Endo, unable to produce their best badminton today in the final. Perhaps nerves getting the best of them.
Proud to have Yonex at the sponsors of the
Premier Superseries tournament final.
for 30 years.
Having been beaten last year in the China Masters and also in the final of the Super Series finals.
Hiroyuki Endo and Kenichi Hayakawa of Japan. Let's congratulate our winners from China, Liu
Xiaolong and Zihan of China. Their first ever Super Series title, and it's the biggest of them all.
from Francis Lowe. Francis will also now present the winners with their OSIM Please stay and congratulate our runners-up and our champions as they come on their lap of honour around the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham. Let's hear it for the champions, Xiaolong and Zihan, China. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the
So to our third final of the day, and it's the first of the singles. Tina Baun from Denmark, the number 7 seed, former champion, up against the 18-year-old, 3-time former world junior champion, Ratchanok Intanon. So let's go down courtside once again and join our MC, Howard Benson.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's raise the roof here at the National Indoor Arena. It's the women's singles final. From Denmark, playing her last game before retiring from international badminton, the number 7 seed from Denmark, Tina Baun.
A fourth time that Tina Baun steps forward on finals day of the All England Championships, but it will be the